Thank you, Chairperson. Giving me opportunity to participate this amendment bill. Chairperson, today is not an ordinary day. Today, 12th February, as we debate this bill inside Parliament, crores of workers across in India are on strike. Factories are silent, transport systems are disrupted, banks are partially shut, public sector undertakings are witnessing mass participation in protest. This is not agitation of political. This is agitation for survival of poor workers. The Industrial Relation Code Amendment Bill 2026 is not a reform. It is a regression. It is another chapter in NDA government systematic dismantling of labor protection built over decades. Chairperson, the Industrial Relation Code, Code on Wages, Social Security Code, and Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition Code were passed in haste 2020 during the pandemic time, when workers were walking 1,000 kilometers to reach their homes. Instead of relief, the government delivered deregulation. Instead of security, it delivered uncertainty. Chairman, sir, under earlier law, factories employing more than 100 workers needed government approval for retrenchment. This government raised further strength limit to 300 workers. Now, this amendment further strengthened that dilution. Let us understand what this means. 70% of manufacturing units fall below 300 workers. Lack of workers can be terminated without prior approval. Closure decision can be taken without meaningful scrutiny. At a time when unemployment rate among youth remains high, this government is institutionalizing insecurity. CMIE data has consistently shows elevated unemployment, especially among educated youth. Yet instead of strengthening employment protection, this government weakens it. Chairperson, the code imposes mandatory 14 days notice for strikes, provision of strike during conciliation, complex recognition rules for unions. In effect, it transforms the right to strike into a procedural matter. Our chief architect of Indian Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, said, industrial peace cannot be secured by suppressing legitimate aspiration of labor. This government believes industrial peace can be manufactured through legal restriction. This is not democracy. That is control. Today, over 90% of Indian workforce is informal. Gig workers number in millions. Contract labor is expanding rapidly. Yet the Social Security Code provisions, no universal pension, no unemployment insurance, no strong employer contribution mandate for gig workers. Instead of universalization, Social Security, the NDA government has formalized informalization. Madam, data on labor distress, let us place fact on record. Real wage growth for rural laborers has stagnated recent years. Food inflation continues to affect working class and households. Female labor force participation remains uneven. Worker participation in trade unions has declined due to restrictive provisions. Meanwhile, corporate tax was reduced from 30% to 20%. Massive incentives were given to corporates. Public assets are being monetized. Chairperson, so when corporates demand relief, they receive it overnight. When workers demand protection, they receive codes and conditions. Sir, in my state, Kerala, our sectors facing problem after the labor codes: cashew workers, care workers, plantation workers, head load workers, traditional sectors employees. These sectors survive because labor protection exists. Kerala industry relation history show that strong unions do not destroy growth. They create social stability, sir. By imposing centralized code without fully respecting federal consultation, the government weakens states that have progressive labor tradition. Sir, February 12th strike, that means today's strike, a warning signal. Today's strikes include participation from central trade unions and public sector unions, banking employees, insurance employees, electricity workers, transport workers, and unorganized laborers. They are together today participating in the strike. When such a bold alliance mobilizes, it signals policy failure. Instead of dialogue, the government has chosen dominance. Instead of tripartite consultation, it has chosen notification governance. Madam, in UPA government, the UPA government was a pro-labor government. We introduced Manrega guarantee rural employment. Tripartite consultation were respected. Social security boards for unorganized workers were strengthened. Right to information empowered workers. Food Security Act ensured household stability. Wage protection were improved. But the UPA believed the economic growth must walk with the social justice. UPA did not see labor as a hurdle. UPA saw labor as a partner. Sir, the inspection of facilitation weakening the enforcement. The shift from labor inspection facilitator model weakens enforcement. Without strong inspections, safety violation increases, contractual explosion rises, working hours expand without monitoring. India has witnessed industry action repeatedly. Instead of strengthening enforcement, the government reduces oversight. Sir, the public sector also weakening simultaneously. PSUs are being privatized, strategic sectors are opened, permanent jobs are replaced with the contracts. This is not reform. This is shrinking the secure employment base. Sir, if the code was flawless, why amendment? Why retrospective clarification? Are we correcting draft error or correcting public backlash? Labor law cannot be experimental policy. It determines livelihood security of core and core workers. So, ideological divide with the UPA and NDA. The NDA model, deregulation, corporate conciliation, weak universalization, and flexible labor markets. Sir, the Congress government and UPA government and Congress party inclusive growth and develop inclusive growth, social protection, tripartite dialogue, welfare state commitment. These are the difference between UPA and NDA, Congress party and BJP. Sir, our demand is withdraw the Industrial Relation Code Amendment Bill, restore 100 worker threshold for retrenchment approval, strengthen collective bargaining recognition, guarantee universal social security including unemployment insurance, protect right to the strike as a democratic instrument, ensure mandatory tripartite consultation before any labor reform. Chairperson, sir, on this February 12, means today, when workers are striking across India, let Parliament not stand isolated from the people. A nation that weakens its workers weakens the future. You cannot build a developed India on insecure labor. Development without dignity is exploitation. Growth without protection is injustice. This bill must be reconsidered. It must be reviewed. It must be withdrawn. Stand with workers. The entire opposition parties are stand with workers, stand with the justice, stand with the constitution. Thank you.